Today we take on the very drowsy Heatman, and some of you may feel like I am coming into this level under-equipped as far as certain vehicular apparatuses might go, but no, I'm going to do this the legitimate way, which some people might call the difficult way. I call it the badass way, because I am a badass, and I love how Heatman is designed to look like a Zippo lighter. You think you're going to drop in on top of me? I don't think so, son. Oh, Metal Blade, all over the place today. Yes, sir. I am digging on it. Most nicely. Okay, that's a good way to get through this little segment right here, because those guys will just keep popping out of holes like that. And you can just bring it on with the Metal Blade. You can just jump right into them with all the confidence of a Puma. Yes! Alright, there we go. And that gets us past that part pretty easily. Now, the Bubble Lead is going to be useful for more than just killing old Mr. Heatman today. It's also going to take out these guys for us that scoot along the ground. It's nice to not have them around if you're doing such and such a regular thing. Alright, there we go. And you can see how the Bubble Lead travels along the ground at a somewhat moderate pace. Not too bad. And we're going to get rid of him as well, because we don't want him interfering with our block puzzle. You may recall a similar room from Iceman's level in Mega Man 1. Kind of a nice little irony that it's in Heatman's level here. So here we go, up and then jump again. Sometimes that's problematic when you try to jump directly up into an appearing block so that you can jump early to get onto it. You sometimes get pushed aside, which really sucks. But we are past that fairly easy block puzzle, and we return you now to your regularly scheduled Metal Blade. Let's see if I can do a little better on the refill side here. And yes, we will have to deal with some appearing blocks right here. Appearing blocks were used in ways that were kind of unique to this game. They're used in strange ways sometimes in this game. Okay, I need to get you guys out of my way. Alright. Perfecto. Yes. Yes, I like it. And if we had the Crash Bomb, we could just go through that wall right there. Oh my god! Why are you being so nice to me today, game? Okay, so now it's got a little bit of a different rhythm right here. Wait a second, and then up. And yes, I could easily get knocked into a pit by that, so it is egregiously unfair at times, the way they do you with blocks in this game. So, like, coming up, probably the hardest of such said block segments. So I'm going to go up here, and most people, if they have it, there's a little item. It's kind of like a little hoverboard that goes straight forward, and most people use that to get past this segment, but I'm going to try to do it legitimately. Okay, now if I remember right, jump right here, and I was actually too early. That's rarely a problem with that part, and it has very wonky rhythms at times. But fortunately, at this point, I can go just... Wow, I can't believe it let me stay on that. And now jump to here, and up again, and yeah. And it's very hard to jump outward from a place like that if you happen to get stuck, but fortunately, I'm at a point where if I just screw it up, I can loop right back to here. But this is by far the hardest block segment in this, or probably any Mega Man game. Don't be unfair, thank you. And now there's just one more like this. Now it's pretty straightforward, except for one part, which I might very easily die on. Okay. Okay, and now we're going to go up, and I got to be really careful. Now, 1, 2, 3, jump straight up here, and did it. Okay. Goody, goody gumdrops. I'm glad I was able to do that on the first try. Now, this part would be much easier if I had Airman's ability, which can just tear through this giant machine like it isn't nothing, and what am I doing? Wow, that was completely terrible, how I just started climbing the ladder there. Maybe I can kill Heatman without too much trouble. If you have the Bubble Lead, it's no trouble at all. It pretty much renders him kind of useless, actually. So we're just going to rip through here and see if we can't do this in style. Fortunately, I'm way past the point where I would have to do the block thing again. He's going to speed towards you every time you Bubble Lead him. If you can get him with that Bubble Lead before he can shoot more fire, then you are pretty solid. He went right on top of me there. That wasn't cool at all. But now I have full energy to do with this with... How many lives do I have? 4 somehow. I'm still doing pretty good on lives because the game has been unusually generous with them so far. But, okay, yeah. We should have enough Bubble Lead and enough energy to not do this like a stupid this time. Yeah, he is really good at tossing those things. I have a lot of problems with... Wow, you really threw me off with the rhythm there, Mr. Guy. Yeah, I have real problems with fire bosses in Mega Man games for some reason. Luckily, we're not going to see a fire boss again until, well, until the boss rush in this game. But really, we're not going to see a different fire boss again until Mega Man 6, I believe. Unless you count certain other explosives under the fire Penumbra umbrella moniker. And oh god, a transmission from Dr. Light, who looks very happy despite the fact that robots are out destroying the world. He's generally a pretty easygoing dude, though. You can tell by the wavy hair. I'd be pretty easygoing if I had wavy hair. Oh, wait. I do, and it's beautiful. Item 1 has been completed, so we need to get our weapons ready. Item 1, there are 3 numbered items, and they all do various things. Like, I believe 1 is the hovering platform that goes up a little bit, if I recall correctly. And we can use these little items to cross big pits and get items that are out of the way and things like that. And we'll be using them much more in future, but not today, where we are done for today. Next time, let's see, Heatman will be taking on Woodman next time then, the guy with a tree on his head who looks very angry about life in general. He should pay Dr. Light a visit sometime.